Greetings, class. Mr. Munir here with your robotics lesson of the day. So, today's day 2, our second lesson. Last time we left off with you logging into RoboMind Academy and just learning the basic structure of the website and how to get around, and also how to do some basic things with Robo. So let's pick up where we left off. So at this point, you're all logged in. You should know how to get to the Basics 1 course. So go ahead and click on that. And you can follow along with the video, or you can just watch me go through the whole thing and then do it on your own later. It's up to you. Either way, let's start moving forward. So last time we did the introduction, and then we did getting started with RoboMind. And we used the controllers here to just write our code for us. And then when we hit play, we got our cool little robo guy to move across the map and pick up our fun little beacon. So this time I want to show you in the next activity just how this is going to kind of roll through this entirety of working with RoboMind. Because here's my thought. You can follow along with me and you can watch these tutorials and go at the pace that I'm setting for you. But some of you are just going to want to go full speed ahead. And just a little teaser, I've got 2 different programs that are out there that I have for those of you that are really interested in moving at a faster pace and doing some things that are more advanced. I'll let you in on that soon, but just know that it's coming. With that being said, so there's going to be some of you that are just going to want to move full speed ahead that don't need to watch my videos, because really this whole RoboMind Academy is meant to be self-explanatory. It's not meant for you to have someone here teaching you how to do it. It's meant for you to be able to do it on your own. So with that being said, I'm going to show you now the basic structure of these activities and how it works in order for you to be able to use it just like I did when I was learning it in the first place. So let's take a look. First off, we see our map here. That's Robo, that's a beacon, and we've got these little obstacles, and that's cool. And this is where we type our code. If I click in there, I can type anything I want. That's obviously not code. I can say, hi, my name is Robert, which is not only not code, but it's also not my name, so that's completely meaningless. But that's where I could type code when I know how to write code. Now, the question is, how do I learn how to write the code? Well, check this out. First off, it's got instructions for whatever the activity is. You're going to see the instructions right below it. So it says move the beacon. So last time we just picked it up. This time we're going to want to pick up the beacon and put it down in the lower left corner of the map. So if you're confused of what the lower left corner is, boom, it tells you. And in fact, it just shows you exactly what you need to do in this picture here, which is cool. Now that's nice. And I could continue using this controller here, but that's kind of silly because we want to learn how to code. We don't want to just learn how to play some video game. And just a kind of disclaimer, this coding language is really simplified. It's really stripped down, but it's basically like C. We learned Robot C originally. This is kind of like a stripped down version of C, the C programming language. And so it's really simple. It's really basic. But it's a programming language nonetheless. So we're going to learn how to code in this robot language through this RoboMind Academy. But rather than me being this bearer of all knowledge, I just want to point you to where the knowledge is. So it's right here under help. So here is an overview. It tells you exactly what I just told you. Here's remote control, script editor, here's speed and sound. So hey, if I want him to go faster, click on that and it makes it go faster or slower. I just zoomed in and out with my mouse, but if you want, you can zoom in and out here. And if you want to mute the sound, then it's right there. Cool. Also, you see your lesson progress, and you see the arrow to the next challenge, and hitting play will run your entire code, and hitting this like fast forward looking button just goes to the next step in the code. And sometimes that's helpful if you just want to see it step by step. So that's pretty straightforward. Now here's where the treasure trove is. Basic instructions. These are the things that Robo can do. It can go forward. The code for making him go forward is forward, backward, left, and right. It also can pick up, put down, eat up. Pick up and destroy the beacon. That sounds fun. It can also paint white, paint in black, or stop painting. And what this does is when you say paint white, it just puts a white paintbrush to the ground, and everywhere Robo goes, it's just going to leave a trail of white. Same deal here with painting black, and it won't stop painting until you say stop painting, and then it'll pick up the brush, or it says hide the brush. Now, also Robo can see. So what can it see? Well, it can see if the way is clear, if it's left, if it's clear to the left, if it's clear up in the front, or if it's clear to the right. It can see if there's an obstacle, such as a wall or any kind of other obstacle to the left, front, or right. It can see if a beacon is to the left, front, or right. It can also see if there is a color. So it can see if there's white or black to the left, front, or white. Cool. So that's what Robo can do. It can move, it can grab, it can paint, and it can see. Awesome. That's cool. Now remember, moving is what happens with motors. Grabbing, also another motion thing that would take motors and some kind of hardware. Painting, it's a little different. We don't paint with our robots in Vex, but again, it would be some kind of motion. And seeing, now this would be a sensor. Okay, so it's sensing its environment. Cool, with some kind of visual sensors. Love it. Now that's where the basic instructions are. Now I'm not going to go too far into loops, conditions, logical expressions, because that's where we're going to go. But know that, hey, if you want to learn about loops, that's there. You want to learn about conditions, remember? Remember, loops was like our while loop. Conditions are if. Oh, look, if, huh, interesting. And for the record, in loops, it doesn't say while, it's just repeat. So that's pretty straightforward. Conditions are your if expressions, logical expressions. You have not, and, or. That's interesting. Um, so that's logical expressions. We went over that pretty quickly, or we went over that in our robotics class. And then procedures are like functions, and we didn't get into functions yet, but that's what those are. Then there's arithmetic. You can do arithmetic. And you can also have variables. Now, in this language, you don't have to say it's an int. It's just a variable, and it just stores numbers. Okay. So listen, all of the information that you need to learn how to code in this program on this website is right here. Everything is there. If you want to learn, you want to zoom forward and move ahead, read through that, do some exercises, and do the best that you possibly can. Okay? There's nothing holding you back. Now, let me show you something just to make your life easier, because it's in there and I could just let you read it for yourself, but I'm going to walk through this lesson now, this part now, and then I will talk to you about what is actually going to be due for your next assignment. All right, so let's take a look. What do I want to do here? I want to pick up this beacon, and then I want to put it down in the lower left corner. Now, I could just do everything step by step. For instance, I know I'm going to turn right, and then look, if I hit play, he's just going to turn right, and then it's going to say, oh, you did not use pickup. So it's going to tell me like an error message, like, hey, you totally didn't do what I want you to do. But here, at least you can see, oh, that's what happened. He turned right. Well, now I want to go forward and then forward again, then forward again. So 1, 2, 3. Then I want to turn right and go forward and pick up the beacon. And then I want to turn right, or I want to go forward actually to get to this spot after I've picked up the beacon, then turn right and then go forward a bunch of times. Now, it would be kind of tedious to just type in forward 1, 2, 3, 4, 8 times or whatever it is. So I don't want to do that. So there's an easier way to, if you want to just do something a repetitive amount of times. So let me show you. Instead of typing just forward, I'll type forward 3. So watch this. Watch what happens now. So Robo's going to turn right, and he's going to go forward 3 blocks. Cool. That easy. Now I want him to turn right, and then I want him to go forward once, and I want him to pick up the beacon. Sorry, it's like that. Pick up, and go forward again. Then I want him to turn right. And if you're not following this, that's cool. Just watch. He turns right, goes forward 3 spaces, turns right, goes forward, picks up, goes forward, and then turns right. And you can see this arrow, there's an arrow that shows where you're at in your code. But I'm not quite done. I still need to go forward 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Actually, I need to go forward 7 spaces and then put down the beacon. So again, I don't want to type forward 7 times. So I'm just going to type forward 7. And then I'm going to say put down. Okay? And if I've done this correctly, I hit play, it'll restart, and it should work. Now, I don't want to do slow, so I'm going to go fast. Boom! Awesome. That's totally the way. That's epic. Good job. All right. So I just finished number 3, and then you go on to number 4, and it says pick up the beacon in the upper right corner. Okay, that's cool. Um, it's the exact same idea. You're just picking up this beacon here now. Not this beacon anymore. They zoomed out on the map. They want you to pick up this beacon. Well, that's more instructions, right? You're going to have to, you can go this way, you can go this way. Either way, you've got to pick up that beacon. Well, look, this is your friend, little fast guy here. You can even make it go faster. So, like for instance, if I make it full speed, make him turn right, and then go forward 8, let's take a look how fast that goes. All right. So you want to kind of be at full speed, so you're not just waiting for Robo to move. That'll be kind of frustrating, I think. So put it at full speed or half speed at least. Definitely not the slowest speed. That'll take forever unless you just like watching Robo because you're amused by him. Or her, I guess, but I don't know. Let's just go with him. So if you're amused by Robo, just watch it go slow, but I'd say go fast. Now, that brings us to what is your assignment. So in order to get to that, let me show you. Let me go back to the profile, go back to Basics 1 course. Your goal for this assignment is to finish all of these activities. Now, you might be saying, well, Mr. Munir, that's a lot of activities. And I would agree with you in some regards, but they should only take you maybe 5 minutes apiece. And I think they're all pretty straightforward. And with what I've taught you now, I think you can do it. Remember, painting is a little bit more abstract, but you just start painting and then stop painting. So let me actually go ahead and show you. Let's just get this guy. Let's just finish this one. Cool. Forward 9, and then I'm going to go left, then forward, then right, then forward 2, then forward 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, then I'm sorry, I'm turning left, then forward 6, then right, then forward 2, then left, then forward, and then pick up. Okay, and if I've done this correctly, he will pick up the beacon. Sweet. All right, splendid. All right, so that's going to let me now move forward to the next one because I just wanted to show you painting. Okay, so let the robot draw a square. So I'm not actually going to go ahead and draw the whole square. I'm going to let that be up to you to figure out, but I'm just going to show you how to paint. So let's paint white and then forward 2, and then let's say right, then forward 3, I don't know, doesn't matter. So I'm going to put it at slow-mo so you can see what happens. All right, and then at the end I'm going to do stop painting, and then I'm going to do forward 2. so you can see what happens. So the first thing is that Robo pulls out his brush and then he follows the directions. Goes forward, turns right, goes forward some more. Then he stops painting and then he goes forward. Cool. And now if I want to start painting black, I can do paint black, make him turn right, go forward 2 spaces. Stop painting, right again, then forward 3 spaces. Sure. And I'm going to turn this for half speed now. You can see what happens. Cool. Stops painting. Oh, now he starts painting black. And there you go. Cool. So that's how you paint. That should help you with the rest of the activities. So with that being said, what is the expectation? Is that your activity, your assignment is to finish all of getting started. Okay? So I've done a few of them for you. In fact, you can just copy this and that. I don't mind. Totally just get it done. And then draw your squares. It's going to paint the letters, create a robot dance. That's kind of fun. Just have fun with that. I'm pretty sure anything that you do in that activity will just say that you got it right. So just have fun with it. Um, and then just end of this part. So you get all of that done, and that'll be the end of your assignment for this time. So to be clear, watch the warm-up Edpuzzle video. You've already watched this now. Make sure you answer all the questions, and then go on RoboMind Academy and finish completely the Getting Started portion of the Basics 1 course. With that being said, that is the end of this video. Just over 15 minutes, a little bit of a long one this time, but I had a lot to cover. So that's it for me. Until next time, enjoy robotics.